What if the key to personal success lies not in grand gestures but in small, consistent habits? Imagine the seemingly inconsequential actions you repeat daily, shaping the course of your life. Habits, whether we realize it or not, play a pivotal role in defining our lives. Both positively and negatively, they influence our actions, decisions, and eventually, our outcomes. Picture a ship setting sail. A slight change in course may seem insignificant at first, but it can lead to an entirely different destination over time. Similarly, our habits, no matter how small, can steer the course of our lives. They can be the difference between success and failure. When used correctly, habits can be a powerful tool for personal success. They can help us make positive changes, achieve our goals, and lead healthier, more fulfilling lives. The power of personal success is in your hands, and it starts with building healthy habits. The journey toward success begins with identifying the habits that are holding you back. Our habits shape us. They're like the unseen architects of our lives, constantly molding and influencing our actions. But not all habits serve us well. Some, like invisible chains, can hold us back from reaching our full potential. These are the unhealthy habits, and identifying them is a critical first step towards personal success. So how do we pinpoint these unhealthy habits? The answer lies within us, in the practice of self-reflection and self-awareness. This is a journey inward, a deep exploration of our daily routines, attitudes, and behaviors. It's about asking ourselves the tough questions. What do I do habitually that doesn't serve me? What actions lead me away from my goals instead of towards them? The process of self-reflection can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to sit quietly and contemplate our actions. It could also involve keeping a journal where we record our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. The key is consistency. By regularly engaging in self-reflection, we can gain a clear picture of our habits and how they're affecting us. But self-reflection alone isn't enough. We also need self-awareness. This is the ability to see ourselves objectively, to recognize our strengths and weaknesses without judgment or bias. It's about being honest with ourselves even when the truth is uncomfortable, because only when we see ourselves clearly can we identify the habits that need changing. And let's not forget, honesty is crucial in this process. It's easy to justify or overlook our unhealthy habits, to tell ourselves they're not that bad or that we can change them later. But real change, lasting change, begins with honesty. It begins with acknowledging our unhealthy habits, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. So let's challenge ourselves. Let's take that hard look in the mirror. Let's ask those tough questions, because the more we understand about our habits, the better equipped we'll be to change them. The first step towards building healthy habits is recognizing and acknowledging your unhealthy ones. Building healthy habits is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about setting realistic goals. Setting goals is like lighting a beacon, illuminating the path to success. But not all goals are created equal. Some are like towering lighthouses, visible from miles away, while others are mere candlelight, flickering and often extinguished by the winds of life. That's why it's crucial to set goals that are achievable, measurable, and tailored to your individual needs and circumstances. Think of a goal as a destination. If it's too far, you might get tired and give up before you reach it. If it's too close, you might not feel the satisfaction of a journey well traveled. So set goals that are just right, like Goldilocks finding the perfect porridge. These goals should stretch you but not break you. They should challenge you but not discourage you. Now, how do you set these Goldilocks goals? Enter the SMART principle. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. In other words, your goals should be clear and well-defined, quantifiable, within your abilities, aligned with your larger objectives, and have a clear timeline. This way you can track your progress, adjust your pace, and keep yourself motivated. However, setting SMART goals is just the first step. The real key to success lies in patience and consistency. It's like watering a plant. You can't just pour a gallon of water on it one day and expect it to thrive. Instead, you need to water it regularly, a little at a time. Similarly, building healthy habits requires regular, consistent effort. It's the small steps taken day in and day out that lead to big changes. And finally, remember that it's okay to stumble and fall along the way. What matters is that you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going. After all, a setback is just a setup for a comeback. Remember, the journey towards personal success is not about perfection, but progress. The secret to breaking unhealthy habits? Replace them with healthy ones. Now that might sound simple on the surface, but the real challenge lies in the execution. Let's delve into how you can make this transition smoother and more effective. Firstly, it's crucial to understand that every habit, good or bad, serves a purpose. It might be a way to cope with stress, a method to kill boredom, or simply a routine that brings comfort. When you aim to replace an unhealthy habit, try to identify the need it's fulfilling. Then you can find a healthier alternative that serves the same purpose. For instance, if you find yourself reaching for junk food when you're stressed, consider substituting it with a quick workout or a calming meditation session. Both can help alleviate stress, but in a healthier way. Next, consider the power of small steps. Rather than attempting a complete overhaul of your habits overnight, start with manageable changes. If you're trying to replace a sedentary lifestyle with regular exercise, don't jump straight into a rigorous gym routine. Instead, start with a daily walk or some light stretching. As your body adapts, you can gradually increase the intensity and duration. Remember, persistence is key in this process. It's natural to experience setbacks when you're trying to change a habit. Don't be too hard on yourself if you slip up. What's important is that you get back on track as soon as you can. Each small victory, each day you stick to your new healthy habit, is a step towards your larger goal. And finally, seek support. Whether it's from family, friends, or online communities, having someone who encourages your efforts can make a world of difference. They can provide the motivation you need to keep going, especially when the going gets tough. Keep in mind, replacing an unhealthy habit is not about completely eliminating it, but about transforming it into a healthier one. With patience, persistence, and a well-thought-out plan, you can replace unhealthy habits and pave the way for a healthier, happier you. Building healthy habits is half the battle, the other half maintaining them. Now you've identified your unhealthy habits, set realistic goals, and replaced the bad habits with good ones. But how do you keep the momentum going? First off, let's discuss consistency. It's not about making big changes all at once, but rather, it's about making small, incremental changes that you can stick with over the long haul. Just like a river cuts through a rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence, your consistent efforts will lead to significant changes over time. Next, let's talk about motivation. Staying motivated can be tricky, especially when the initial excitement of starting a new habit begins to fade. But remember, motivation is what gets you started, but habit is what keeps you going. So, when motivation is low, focus on the habit. Take it one day at a time, and before you know it, what once felt difficult will become part of your routine. Now let's touch on the importance of self-discipline. Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. It's about making the choice to do what you know is good for you, even when you don't feel like it. And remember, it's okay to have off days. It's okay to falter. What's important is that you get back on track as soon as you can. Lastly, celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Every step you take towards maintaining your healthy habits is a victory in itself. So, give yourself a pat on the back for every good choice you make. This will not only boost your confidence, but also reinforce your commitment to your healthy habits. Remember, the key to maintaining healthy habits is persistence, not perfection. So keep going, keep striving. You're doing great, and you're well on your way to a healthier, happier you. So, what's the payoff for all this hard work? The impact of healthy habits on personal success. Let's take a moment to appreciate the transformative power of healthy habits. They're not just fleeting trends or fads, they're the building blocks of a successful life. They're the silent partners in your journey, constantly pushing you towards greater heights. When you cultivate healthy habits, you'll notice a significant boost in your productivity. You'll find yourself accomplishing tasks with greater efficiency and focus, turning what once seemed like mountains into manageable molehills. But it doesn't stop there. Building healthy habits also leads to a surge in confidence. As you continue to meet and exceed your own expectations, you'll begin to trust in your abilities more than ever before. Moreover, healthy habits are vital for enhancing your overall well-being. They help to reduce stress, improve mood, and contribute to a positive outlook on life. The path to personal success is paved with healthy habits. Start building yours today.